So we were pretty skeptical about the Vikings offensive line plan, mainly moving former 2017 third-round pick Pat Elflein from the Ohio State University, from left guard to right guard this a year after moving here from center to left guard, blah, blah, blah. And we get it. Spielman and the coaching staff, they don't want to admit defeat on a highly drafted player who was actually pretty okay as a rookie center in 2017. But fast forward, 2018, he was the worst center in the NFL that season. Yes, coming off of multiple injuries and no preseason and blah, 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 blah. And then he was the worst guard in the NFL in 2019. And now, right out of the gates, yes, one game sample size, blah, 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 blah. He looks to be one of the worst right guards in the NFL. And who could have seen this coming? I don't know. I have to clean my knocks on my glasses because it's tough to see through all this foresight. But Elflein debut at right guard, massively overshadowed by the defensive collapse, by the way. Did allow 5 pressures, a team high, and a sack on 32 pass blocking reps. Only on 32 reps. So basically, one time in 6, Elflein was given up the goose. So 5 pressures were tied for second most surrendered week 1 by a guard. Only the Jets' Alex Lewis was worse with 6. But also, I feel like Jets players shouldn't count into these calculations because Jets. Fueling the dumbest rivalry in sports history. But Elflein's 25.4 PFF pass blocking grade was also 54th in the NFL amongst qualified guards, second worst only to Wes Martin of Washington. And just a reference, so 25.4, typically average for PFF grades is 60. So he was even less than half of average, but yeah. So last year, Elflein at left guard gave up 38 pressures and 8 sacks last season, which was 6th most in the NFL. Billy Turner was number 1, but go Pat, go. His 46.8 PFF pass blocking grade was 57th in the NFL amongst qualified guards. And I know, I hear it. It's 1 week. Give the kids some times, and then it's a long season. We've said that before, and we do believe it. But this one matters because it's not just 1 week at Elflein. It is 3 years plus 1 week. Plus, we know that the team is part of the analytics PFF analytics subscribing teams. I think all 32 teams are in now. And we know that the coaching staff is obviously not dumb because they are at the peak of their damn profession. But stubbornness and ego, yeah, that is certainly there. So is Zimmer and Dennison, especially, maybe not Kubiak, are they really just saying, F those computers, F those nerds and their fancy numbers and things? We know that 65 can ball. Woo! Right? So sure. Maybe Elflein will turn around. We're actually pretty hopeful. His run blocking, pretty solid, but perennially, his pass blocking, every single year, every single snap, not so much, right? But the question was, and this really still sticks in our craw, why was he just handed the starting job? Why didn't he have to compete? Like, you preach competition all amongst every single damn position, but why wasn't Samia, a 4th-round pick 2019 out of Oklahoma, or Oli Udo, who can play guard as well as tackle? I was like, Oli Udo can't play guard. Neither can Pat Elflein. Face. Or Ezra Cleveland, the rookie, is like, why is he specifically a left guard, and also why is he inert? Also, why is he a game day scratch, right? Or even Brett Jones, the always overlooked and disrespected Brett Jones. Why weren't they even allowed to compete for the job? Why was Pat Elflein just like, he wasn't even penciled in at right guard. He was full on Sharpied and then like shellacked over and then just all that stuff. So he just permanently ensconced at that right guard spot. Why? Right. Also, why not anyone with a pulse in this competition? Again, if you're going to say we are dedicated to competition and getting the best 5 offensive linemen out there, and then you do this, it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. Don't get me started on the code Dozier thing. But why is Pat Elflein continually just handed jobs and opportunities that he has shown that he is not qualified for? That has to be frustrating. And also, I mean, if you're one of those backup offensive linemen and you see this happening week after week, and you saw it happen last year, and if you're around, you saw it happen in 2018, why? His terrible debut, like we said, was hidden by the fact that defense got torched. Like, very few people are talking about Pat Elflein, even though they probably should be. But it can't be ignored because the offense looked good. Dalvin and Madison are good to go. Kirk looks really comfortable back there. Maybe even picked up a little pocket awareness. Like, he, when edited his Madden ratings, is like awareness 670. Right? And so why do you keep marching with a pebble in your shoe? I want to know, because the defense will get fixed. Will the offensive line continue to have problems? I think it certainly could. And also, on the Zadarius Smith sack, it was Elflein screwing up the T&E stunt that put Brian O'Neill behind the 8 ball. And yes, they did ding Elflein properly with that sack. But if you're just watching on TV, you're like, oh, what's wrong with Brian O'Neill? He's giving up 2 sacks, even though it was really just 1. But I digress there. So, other than that, he was really good. All right. So your thoughts, bench and Pat Elflein, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull production value.